Hey everyone, this is PrinceBrightstar, and welcome back to Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis version 2. So the servers are up, we've got Chapter 6, Part 2, we got Leciel Exploration. Let's not delay any longer, let's get right into here and see what is up today. I hope everybody's having a great morning here. We've also got a bunch of other changes today. The Alliance Space has released, plus we got an Ark's record Halfia Lake board thing, and a whole bunch of other stuff here. But let's go ahead and start off today. Oh, Archie. Well, hello, it's me, Archie. Got a minute? So we just found a new area in the creative space. It looks like a place designed for group R&D. I've dubbed it Alliance Space. Why not check it out sometime? Any vehicle device can take you there. Take care.
Can you hear me? Crawford would like to speak with you. Please come to the Central Tower command room as soon as possible.
Alrighty. Ren, you were just talking to me. We're putting together a special research team to investigate the interior of Leciel. I'd like for you to join this unit. I can't wait for you to show them how it's done. Alpha Environmental Testing Zone Survey 1. So, Alpha Environmental Testing Zone Survey is a quest which involves capturing each sector of the field within the time limit to acquire ability buffs, helping players to defeat the boss enemies in the deepest area. And the quest can be ordered from Leciel Exploration at the quest counter. It is important to note that the quest will end when the total number of times players are incapacitated, LP, reaches the limit. Even if the quest ends in this way, players will still receive rewards up to that point. Do not give up and keep trying until the very end. Boss enemies in the deepest area and ability buffs change daily. Alright, and this is probably just the typical Alliance records. Yep. Alright, I do want to boost the volume on the voices so I can hear that a bit better here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and actually I need to adjust the volume of it here. One moment. And let me pull this back up now. That's weird. Why is this all out of control here today? One moment. Okay, I think that'll get the rest of it. I might have to make a few other changes as we're going here today, but we'll see. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and get going over to the command center. And Patricia, thanks for stopping in.
Thank you all for coming. Today, I'd like to discuss our surveys of Halfa's various regions. Specifically, how we might better leverage them against the Dolls and the Starless.
Is there something wrong with how we're doing them?
Well, there's no problem with the intel, but our methods have been uncoordinated and frankly, inefficient. Which is why I've begun the formation of a joint research team.
A fine idea. But every team needs a leader, yes? Who will that be?
That's a good question. But before I address it, I'd first like to talk about one of our research team members from Alio.
Huh?
Manon.
Are you seriously reinstating her?
Yes, I guess you could say that. She and I discussed it, and came to an agreement.
So, does that mean she's free now?
That's right. I'll need her to give me updates, but otherwise, it's business as usual.
Awesome. Would it be alright if we helped out with her research too? The three of us should be together, right?
I have the feeling Crawford has other plans for us, especially given the title I was given of Guardian. So, I'll need to check my schedule.
Unfortunately, I'll need you two to focus on your own duties.
What? But...
I'll need you to lean into your role as our guardian against the Starless.
Called it.
And Aina, I'll need you to look after our new trainees.
Then I'll do it. I'll lead that research team.
Glenn?
I've handed over combat command to Kanui anyway. I've got nothing but time on my hands. I'll take care of Manon too.
It would be a tremendous help.
Let me know if you get any other volunteers.
Will do. Guess I will be the only one.
Aina, we'll probably need your help occasionally. I'll be counting on you.
Glenn...
But in the meantime, just handle whatever Crawford needs you to do. You bear the weight of Ark's future on your shoulders now.
Yeah, I know.
Are we done here? We'll figure out the details once we get the team together.
Right. We'll decide the particulars of an action plan later.
Okay. Okay, there it goes. Seemed like the cutscene wasn't moving forward there. Alright, anyway. Wait, so... Main? Here we go. Okay, so we need to talk to Manon. That was weird that it didn't get automatically selected, but okay.
Manon!
Aina. And you, too.
I'm so glad we finally found you.
Yeah.
Did they seriously give her her own theme music?
Oh, what's with the outfit?
Crawford gave it to me. The old one was from Resurgent Arc, so...
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they actually have video displaying in the background there where the TV is. Anyway, honestly, I liked your old outfit better.
Me too. It was pretty well broken in.
I like the old one, but this one's pretty nice too.
Thank you.
Are you free right now? We've got so much to talk about.
I guess we do. But I can't right now. Glenn wants to talk to me about the new research team we're forming.
Oh, right. We volunteered to help out with that too, but he wouldn't let us.
You two have your own duties to attend to, right? It's probably best if you focus on those.
Okay. But, Manon, will you be alright by yourself?
Yeah. I guess so.
You know, there's something familiar about this track, but I can't place it yet. Actually, no. It kind of sounds like the and it doesn't have the right notation here, so this is not what it is, but it kind of sounds like that bad ending theme at the end of episode 6. But that doesn't make any sense here for this, here. Mana doesn't have any connection to Shion, so I don't know what's up here. Anyway, is something on your mind?
Something on my mind? I'm just afraid to face everyone. What I did to the people of Helfa was absolutely unpardonable.
Don't say that. It wasn't your fault. Everyone still considers you a friend.
Even if that's true, it doesn't change what I did. I don't know if I can ever make up for it, or what to do with all my guilt.
Well, in this case, you're going to have to do this on your own since, well, you know, we have our own duties to take care of, but... And... yeah, so we're always on your side is the only appropriate option here.
Thank you.
Yeah, agreed, Rooks.
There you are, man.
Glenn, I'm sorry. I'll get going.
You know where it is?
Yeah.
Hey, Glenn. Is she always like this lately?
I think she's still trying to feel the situation out. Some people still don't trust her, you know?
But what about all she's done for Helfa?
Keep an eye on her for us.
Way ahead of you on that one. Look, I have my own feelings on the matter. But I can't deny how much you three have helped. I'll take care of everything. Don't worry.
I just hope she doesn't bottle everything up like she always does. I know Glenn said not to worry, but I think we should check in sometimes. I know you care about her too.
Okay. And then... Is that really it for Chapter 6, Part 2? Oh my goodness. What was the point of splitting it up? Oh, this is ridiculous. Just, why didn't you put this at the end of Part 1 or something? Okay. Alright, well... At least we do have some mini episodes here, so we can at least check those out. So let's see here. We've got one apparently over here. Where was this again? Oh, it must be with Crawford. Okay. Faria's there.
Oh, hello. You came at just the right time. Do you have a minute to talk? Faria here was just telling me more about the Starless.
So far, it's been familiar information.
But any scrap of info at this point helps a great deal. I thought it might be a good idea to share it with you, our guardian. Is there anything in particular you would like to know about the Starless?
Where did they come from?
They suddenly appeared from outside of human space, seemingly from nowhere.
And then they began attacking, seemingly without reason. That was 500 years ago now. Sadly, humans at the time were no match for them, and those on the periphery were. Suffice it to say, many lives were lost in the remote star systems.
Does that mean the other regions fought them off?
Right, but the inner regions were mostly left untouched. There wasn't exactly a fight, per se.
Huh. So then that at least gives some hope that potentially Oracle is still there, potentially then. Or maybe even planets like Navarius and Amduskia. So I guess we'll see.
After the Starless destroyed the border star systems, they began to expand their offensive, even farther afield. Until one day, they suddenly disappeared.
Did they retreat?
Something must have happened that caused them to withdraw. People at the time thought that too.
A subsequent investigation found no evidence of a withdrawal. And there was no indication at all that they were hiding somewhere.
Do you have any other visual records from that time? Perhaps some of the battles? Or anything like that?
It seems as though the Starless simply vanished, without a trace. Regardless, the fact remains that they attacked without warning and killed billions of people. Some people saw that as reason enough to take action. And so, Resurgent Arcs was formed. But that's a long story, in and of itself. Why don't we take a little break for now?
This whole conversation seems to actually lessen the impact of what Zepheto seemed to lead this all to be, which is a little confusing as to why they would do that.
We can continue again, when you're ready.
So yeah, Rooks, I guess I kind of have to agree with you there. It does kind of feel like they're making stuff up as they're going. Alright, well, I'm ready to go again, Crawford. You?
Let's get started then. People were traumatized by the Starless attack 500 years ago. Some of those people formed what would go on to become Resurgent Arcs. That much we've covered already, right? Can you continue, Feria?
Yes. Resistance to the Starless threat developed and manifested in various ways. Zepheto was part of one such resistance movement. He had also participated in the war against the Starless. Zepheto was concerned about the decline in military capability and photon power at the time.
We kind of know that already, but can you tell us about these others? Alright, decline in photon power. This probably goes back to the fact that at that point the Guardian and Matoi were probably dead.
A great war had taken place 1,000 years prior, with a long period of peace afterward. And it is believed that photon power declined because people no longer needed to fight.
Additionally, without an enemy, there's no need for much of a military.
The Arcs basically were just cleanup crew for the Photoners, but just because the Darkers slash Falspawn were gone, that doesn't mean that their work was done. There should have at least been records of some of the other races that have been encountered out in space, and, like the Machians, whatever happened with them, we really don't know. And so they should have at least made note that that was a threat that could potentially come back at some point. For reference, the Machians goes back to Phantasy Star Nova on the PlayStation Vita.
Zepheto began to study the most powerful unit in that ancient Great War to see if he could find some way to counter the Starless.
So Zepheto was looking into the Guardian.
That unit was Arcs.
Oh. Oh yeah, that... Okay, so then that would go back to what was originally on his shoulder about observation unit, I believe. So Zepheto wasn't necessarily an Arcs to begin with, then. Or at least that's what this seems to be implying.
His goal was to restore it to its former power. And so began resurgent Arcs.
Zepheto claimed that the odds of the Starless reappearing in the next 500 years were high.
But who made that prediction?
He boasted that Arcs was uniquely suited to counter the Starless threat. Resurgent Arcs became a rallying point for people who shared such sentiments.
There's the question. Why did he think the Starless would reappear in 500 years?
His research was obsessively focused on the Starless's movement patterns. There are significant space-time fluctuations which occur at certain intervals. Among them, some are large, and others are small. The one 500 years ago was small.
He predicted that a major fluctuation would occur 500 years after that. And that brings us to the current emergence of the Starless. The exact causal relationship between these two events is not well understood. Or at least, not by the Lecielans anyway.
Is there anything else about Zepheto?
I do not know any more than that. We had no interest in these sorts of matters. Before now, that is.
Meaning, Zepheto didn't make a point of it. Or perhaps, deliberately wanted to hide it. We may find more answers in Leciel's core. Can I trust you to continue helping us with our investigation, Feria?
Yes.
Alright, well that's the update from Crawford then. Let's see where else. Looks like Ina's over here. Hello, Ina.
Then what about Zepheto?
Crawford, how'd you beat me out here? What are you two talking about?
We were just talking about Zepheto. And about what exactly he did on Helpha. We thought it might give us some sort of hint for dealing with the Starless.
We've pieced together a lot from what we've learned from the Lecielans. The main problem is that there's just so much data to sift through. It's 500 years worth, after all. And most of that data no longer exists on Halpha.
So neither of these questions would be appropriate because I know that Cass can actually live for a really long time. So I really don't know how to answer this one. I guess, has he really been active for that long?
The data really leaves no doubt. But one thing we've learned is that Zepheto wasn't always a caste.
And that's well known as well. The castes of Oracle start off as regular people, but their bodies can't handle their photon potential, and as such, they get turned into castes. Voluntarily, of course.
He made that change to extend his longevity for his experiments.
Although this is the first time I've heard of one just deliberately doing it to keep themselves alive. And yeah, Rooks, I agree. They still have limited lifespans, as we saw from Maria and Regius. They were both talking about retiring for quite some time.
That's some dedication.
Yes, he was entirely committed to his work. In the beginning, it looks like he did try to keep the Halpha experiments safe, but he wasn't getting the results he was looking for. When he developed the dolls, the experiments became something more like real warfare. A big turning point for that was when he introduced Dark Falls.
Yeah, it's something that we're thinking about. Yeah, the ether photons could be in play. There could also be, as Rooks had pointed out in the Discord, the whole thing with the dust, and then of course Planet Breaker, which is going to be the boss that releases in a week from now. That goes back to Magatsu, which was also called the Planet Breaker. So we'll see how all that plays out. And then Solace goes to in theater stage directions, which potentially then goes back to Dark Falls Theatre on Vandor. So is there a connection there? As you said, we haven't necessarily seen Dracolite yet, or did we say that we had seen that? I'm trying to remember now. Anyway,
it basically became survival of the fittest. Defenders who survived saw tremendous spikes in their photon power.
And so, that's why we were forced to fight against Dark Falls too.
I honestly could never forgive what Zepheto has done. But I can understand why he did it. As Aelio's leader, I understand doing whatever it takes. I feel the same about the people of Aelio.
It's why you've been defensive for so long rather than taking the action to actually attack the dolls' home bases. Well, not Leciel, but the bases where they're being created. Yeah, what's up with that at this point here? I mean, I know it was said that they can't necessarily be turned off, but can they at least be turned down a little bit? Ah, I got your books. Okay.
Of course, I would never take things as far as he did. I heard that he said his wish had been fulfilled. If that's true, it means we can beat the Starless. At least I hope so.
Alright. Let's see what we got next here. We got one out by the Lacau coast. Hey there, Dozer. So, what's on your mind? Thinking about something?
Good to see you. I was reading that Leciel report. It made me want to look to the sky. Would you mind lending me an ear as I get my thoughts together?
Of course.
Resurgent ARCS members were born to research and develop ARCs and alls. That's it. That's all they've ever known. And the result of this ARC's development plan they were working on was us. But then, where does that leave Meteorn like you and me?
We're just the third generation. Everybody else is second generation. That's the only difference.
Meteorn come from outside Alpha's atmosphere, way beyond Leciel. I hear there's a huge station up there. But according to them, even the Lecielans know nothing about it, aside from the fact that it sent out some Meteorn.
Huh. That's new data. But that doesn't make any sense. How would Zeffetto have known about 909 then? I'm actually trying to piece this together now. What? Oh, wait a minute. Unless I'm actually right. And it wasn't Leciel that's on that star chart, but rather this other thing that Dozer's talking about now. That's the only thing I can think of, at least in the moment here, but okay. But yeah, still. Okay. Who sent us to down here on Halpha then? Is it something that Zeffetto asked for? This is just leading to way too many questions, and it's going to take me a while to figure it all out.
Seems like the people of Halpha came up with the word Meteorn in the first place. The Lecielans called us first generation, second generation, and so on.
Oh, wait a minute, that's right. Zeffetto was talking about the fourth right after our battle. So... okay, so then... and I remember in that moment, I was saying, okay, are we going to be seeing the fourth generation, and were they potentially going to outclass us as the third? So maybe that's going to start happening whenever this other station starts sending things? Yeah, they might be backtracking on the original clone theory. I don't know. Yeah, we gotta see here. This is just opening way too many questions here, and I kind of wonder what's actually happening here. Why Zeffetto made no mention of this other place?
Crawford and Ina are descendants of the second generation. You and me, we're third generation. Photon sensitivity gets stronger with each generation. But I think yours is especially strong, even for the third generation. Not that we know why that is. Even Manon and Faria say your origins are a mystery. We were created for a single purpose, to counter the Starless. People like us, we were born to either research or to fight.
I'll also bring up as well, at the start of Edola Episode 2, the main character, not Uli, but the character that we played, also arrived on Vandor in a very similar way to the Meteorn, and even kind of went through training through a Trainia-like thing in a virtual space on board the ship that we were on. This really... I agree, Rooks. Yeah, this really gives the sense that it feels like they might have had a story in place through Chapter 5, but after seeing the response, they are backtracking and they're trying to put more pieces together through a different angle now.
In my book, that's not much different from the Lecielans. Sorry. I didn't mean to ramble. I better get back to my post.
Yeah, we have no idea about those pods at this point here. Then again, we might just be assuming that they were 4th generation, and they might just be 3rd generation that hadn't dropped yet. But what that points to is that, indeed, Starless are just training once again, so... yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see how this all plays out. Anyway, the server appears to be struggling a little bit right now here. Let's see. Any other spots here? I don't see any in Alio. Oh wait, here we go. One more in Halfia Lake. Yeah, it's possible they could have been. Hello, Ilma.
Hey, there you are.
Leciel.
Yeah, our research is coming along little by little. We were just talking about it.
Why don't you join our conversation?
Feria was talking about it before. Halfa is controlled from Leciel.
That, Gaira moon, yeah, I agree.
I mean, they were even controlling the weather from there.
Wind, rain, snow. All of it was being manipulated.
Right down to the temperature and humidity.
I can't believe they had that level of control.
Still curious about Rajord Gorge. What was going on down there, why that was so cold compared to other areas in Kavaris, but interesting option. I guess they give this to you if you had done that side quest, doing the research in Kavaris.
Really? pretty good detective work. I think you'd make a great researcher. The Lecielans shared some new information with us. There's a place in Leciel's core that only Zepheto can enter. If we can get in there, we can get all the info we still don't have. About the Starless and stuff.
That would be great. Do we know of some way to get in?
Well, supposedly the teleporter came back online when Zephyto's bot came online to test us again. So maybe we just take that teleporter.
Unfortunately, the teleporter we used before is still down.
Then how are we getting up there to fight it?
But we did find another way to get inside Leciel.
Nice.
We put together a scout team right away and they tried going. But there was some strange space in the way.
Sorry, what?
We're still not exactly sure what to make of it. It seems like it was being used as a testing ground before Halpha was created. Or at least the remnants of it did. And it was really dangerous. There were a lot of enemies. It looks like it might not be so easy to get to the core. We're investigating the area and trying to figure out how to deal with it.
Interesting. Be sure to keep us posted.
You bet. I'll let you know how it goes.
So let's say I want to go there. Where is this entrance you found? It certainly can't be at a quest counter. Alright, anything else on the map? Alright, I don't see anything else in Alio. Let me scan into the other regions here. Yeah, if with Alpha being created, then that lends credence to other thoughts I've had. That this might be a potential proto-mothership that just needs to be activated, or there could be other things going on. Maybe there are underground structures already built. Aha! I was right. Over to Drayson Plant we go. Hello, Nadara. What are you doing in Stia?
You're here. Hmm? Oh, a most unusual place to meet.
True, it could have also just been terraforming. Hey, Wolf. What are you doing here? Because at least for Glenn, it makes sense.
I was told that this plant resembles the one in the quad. I wanted to examine it myself.
We got things from outside the cutscene happening here.
The similarities really are uncanny. Ilma was telling me something. According to the Lecielans, there are plants like this everywhere.
Even outside of Halpha?
Yes, that is correct.
The west coast of Alio is constantly under attack. That's why Alio Town was so essential. Maybe there's a plant somewhere out there.
Which I predicted there could be. So we'll have to see if that's actually the case here. Also, now that we know of the existence of other ones outside of Halpha, can we maybe power the ones inside of Halpha down and connect to those instead?
It is quite possible. The Lecielans believe that many are no longer operational, but they do not know for certain.
And we know there's a way to shut the doll's production down. How do we get control of the plants is the better question here, so that we can power down the dolls but still keep the energy up. Or, like I said, connect to the other ones.
Nothing has changed in that regard. No matter what the Lecielans tell us, our hands are tied.
Which means that for now, there's no way to put a stop to their production.
Right. We have no choice but to approach the problem with care.
We're learning a lot here, but yeah, it's also... Yeah, it's definitely indicative of them changing what they've said previously. Alright. Let's see what else we've got. Nothing else in Stia. Let's try Caveris and see if there's anything out there. Okay, nothing in Caveris. Let's head back to Retem, and then we'll check Aelio out last. I just want to make sure we don't miss anything here. Okay, nothing in Retem. And back to Aelio. Okay, looks like that's it. Alright, so, at this point, let me go ahead and have some food here. Let me actually go with the regular loadout here today. You can probably play them out. Let me just stop by the mag first here. But at this point, it looks like we are done with the story as is. Alright, so we got Leciel Exploration, Arcs Chronicle Other. See, there's Dozer. Yeah, here we go. Here are the two ones for Resurgent Arcs with Crawford. So yeah, you're able to view those scenes again. Alright. At this point, let's go ahead and make our way into Leciel Exploration and see what we got. Looks like you're able to get a Ruin Elder Pain here from it. Do you mind? Anyway, So let's see here. So quest details. Suppression target is Nekusa Bujin. Player potency resistance decrease on attack hit. Light added to attacks panic. Accumulation large. Sustain player photon point damage on HP decrease. And automatically additional attacks occur periodically. Looks like there are 5 or 6 player ability buffs. I guess we'll see how those come into play. High appearance rate region, Alio, high appearance rate enemy alters. Okay, and so this is what they were talking about, things changing on a daily basis then. And then they have a personal record. Alright, let's hop on in. In this quest, players should aim to capture each sector of the field within the time limit to gain more ability buffs and defeat the boss enemy at the deepest level. Boss enemies are also enhanced by enemy ability buffs, so it's important for players to acquire ability buffs to help defeat them. The details of the enemy ability buffs can be checked before the quest starts, and also on the main menu after the quest starts. This is the Japanese image here. They didn't fix that for the English version. The effects of the ability buffs are acquired during the quest, and their acquisition status are shared among all participants. Ability buffs can be obtained by completing the conditions for the conditions set for each sector of the field. Players will be moved to the deepest area where a boss enemy awaits after the time limit is up, so acquire as many ability buffs as possible before then. Alright. Oh, one of the Thames is here. Okay. Oh, I get it now. So each sector that you go to has a number attached to it, and that's how you can get different abilities. If I head this way, this will get us started on number 2. Alright, so for this one, we need to destroy all the shared containers. Got it.
Trial start.
Huh. Not quite sure I'm getting this one. I'll have to figure that one out later. Alright, we got a Gigantix over here.
Success.
Alright, for this one, press 3 pole switches, so I guess we gotta take down enemies. So where are the... Here we go, here's another. Or did somebody already get that? Alright, time's up here. So it looks like we're moving on now. I got panic right now. Almost got it down.
Success!
Alright, we got some capsules here. Oh! Okay. So, 10 growth mint from that. And then... Alright, let's see what else we got here. Another 3 growth mint. Wait, where'd the rest of it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. So... Mastery LC, Gigas Mass LC, and Hal Finale LC. So... It looks like these are going to be ways for you to get these stronger augments on now, rather than having to trade up to them. Yeah, I can see the price on things like Gigas Mass going way down. No, wait. Actually, these are weaker than the real versions. Okay, yeah, because Hal Finale should be at 4%. This should be at 3.5% potency, I think. Okay, got it. Okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, so now, I want to go to the item trader. Here we go, Growth Mint Exchange. So for 50 Growth Mint, you're able to get just the regular version of a weapon, and then for 300 you can get one with a Fixa Termina on there. And given the potential of these, you would want Termina. But if you're struggling to get a 9-star at this point, it might be worth it to get a temporary one as just a regular 9-star. Then again, you'd be spending all those resources. But you can always just throw the Fixa on there, now that I think about it. So, yeah, that could still work out. Okay. And come to think of it, doesn't that blade look kind of familiar? Doesn't it look like the original sword from base PSO2? Alright, what else we got here? Octo Armor. So, same deal there. You could get the original version, and then move on to the one with the Fixa Guard on it. Okay, this is going to be replacing everybody's units, because this comes with plus 20 HP and plus 4.5% weapon up potential from the start. Well, let's see how, what we get from Fixa Grinding, actually. So we can enhance. Let's say I just grab these here. Okay, so by spending one with a Fixa of the same level, you have a 10% chance of increasing it a level here, it looks like. Now, what if we do it with a different one? Okay, so it still gives you the same 10%, and it gives you the original fixa that you had on there. Okay, so it looks like you still need to get a fixa of some kind. And then you can start to boost it up with any kind of fixa. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens if you mix two different kind of fixes together, or rather two different levels of fixes. Like, are you able to do a level 1 fixa? You know what? Let me check my inventory real quick on that. Ah, so I've got Neos Astraean here. With level 4. It's not what players wanted, but at least you can mix and match across series. Right? Or no, maybe you can't. Let me see here. Yeah, you can mix and match across the series now, actually. So, anybody that had a bunch of Neos Justinian can actually go for doing the transfer onto their Neos weapons. Granted, that's not going to matter for much longer. So it is at least a little bit more forgiving than the way the system used to be, but it is still a low chance for it to transfer. So, yeah, I guess we'll have to see in practice who's getting successful in terms of actually making a transfer happen, especially because now you're looking at potentially needing to do 30 runs of this thing if you get no others. Or maybe even more runs. We'll have to see. Yeah, if it's potentially more than 30 runs to just get 300 to get a single Fixa 1, to then try to boost it up another level and only have a 10% success rate. So yeah, we'll have to see what the actual success rate of this ends up being for a lot of players, if it even makes sense to even try going for it. I mean, if you got nothing else to do, I can see going for it. Let's see, we've also got compensation for a weekly task bug here. And then compensation for featured AC scratch item bug. And then it is PSO2 day as well. Alright, what's happening with the daily free scratch? Okay. And we do have the new Designer Dreams out as well. There really wasn't too much that I was looking at here. Although the Shining Wings could be kind of cool. Maybe if I can pull those out a bit or something. Alright, let's give that another run. Alright, also, we should now have the ability to see our DPS. Alright, here we go. DPS display appears to be a little buggy there. Need to take out this equalizer first. There we go. Taking a while to get this group down. Oh, that's a shame.
Success!
Okay, this shock is really becoming annoying. Okay, and I see what they're talking about in terms of strategy, because you can, aside from that first room that we were trying to break into, we can pretty much go to any room that we want to, as far as I can tell. Alright, we're moving on.
Trial start.
Also, now I can see all those old capsules that were resistant with, or rather gave you resistance to specific status effects now coming into play. So a lot of the older players are going to be really happy about that.
Success.
All right. Now the thing that I'm not seeing here are the number 2 gold prims. So looks like you'll still have to run other content to get those. No, Fall Solace is next week. Okay, so it looks like on a daily basis for one completion you get 10 of the growth mint as a daily then, and then each run is just going to give you 3 of them then. So actually then that makes it 100 runs for a fix of 1. Alright, also, you're supposed to be able to teleport now to other locations, such as Trania. And it looks like that is in fact the case. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's go to Cryospace. And let's go into the Alliance space for Time for War. Alright, so looks like we got a message board here. Okay, so actually, we've got messages from the old Alliance space coming into here. Alright, let's see. So, in terms of getting a tree in here, it doesn't look like it's actually showing up on the list. Oh no, here it is. So, you can't use it in an Alliance space. That's a shame. I don't think we can, because this update is split across this week and next week. But let's see here. So this is for Alliance commands. Change unlock theme. Oh, okay. Yeah, we can actually. But I don't have access to it because I don't have enough of the points, unfortunately. They did add in a bunch of new parts, though. So, 11th anniversary poster, golden Rappy plush. Got an interesting mix of them in here, that's for certain. Oh, they even give you the floating rocks. Bow Wow, Howl. Oh, you can get a Camelio. Hey, we actually have the official names for these now. These are called Stretch Birds. Rock turtle. Squallow is a fish, apparently. Along with a Delphi. Oh, hello. So these were the things I was calling photon sprites before. They're actually called flylights. Then we got the burrowing angler. Okay. And then... I guess they added the fancy stuff. Or maybe this was already in place. I can't remember. Alright. I'm gonna try to make our space a little bit bigger. Alright, Alio Foundation. Let's see. And this will just be temporary for now. Eventually we'll make this something a bit more than this, but at least for now, this will give Time for War a bit more of a space to work with than just the default one. Alright, I need foundation. And then floor again. And yeah, I agree, there needs to be a way to pull those points together. I'm forgetting what the button to rotate this was. They do not make it easy to tell where it is you're placing. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's get this row in. Okay, that's how you do it again. Alright. Let's see. Okay, why can't I find the same color? Blue it is, then. Oh, okay, that's I was doing that the slow way. Alright. Alright, lastly is to see if we can get any of those lights. Huh. How did they... Oh, you know what? I think that might be a different style of light. Here it is. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Alright, cool. So that at least gives us a little extra space to work with until the group build date actually comes up here. Which I don't know when that's going to be just quite yet. But anyway, back to Arc Space.
We're about to hold a live concert in Retem City. Invite all your friends and come join us.
Alright, let's go for another Leciel Exploration. Alright, so it looks like a lot of players would probably want to go for the sidestep counter potency up. I don't know... I don't think that really works for Hunter as well, since Hunter, you know, does their counters instead through Hunt Avenger. Getting the photon point recovery doesn't exactly work either, because I have my force subclass. Getting the status ailment duration reduction would be a good thing, though. Alright, so 1 and 3 then is, I think, what I need to focus on. More priority to 1, though. So according to this, they should all be blue. Which is what I did. Alright, let me move on to this one then. Here we go. Defeat the enemies. That's at least straightforward. I'll have to experiment with that one a bit. Okay, and now let's head straight south. Alright, for this one we need to push 3 pole switches. There's one. There's the second. Okay, so this one's more about searching it out then.
Trial start.
Here we go. They really don't give you any time to get out of that.
Success.
Alright, let's see what the last one is. Again, push 3 pole switches. Okay. Alright, there we go. So this time we have a level 4 sidestep counter potency up. So we'll see what that does.
Trial start.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a pretty good attack up there. I do feel like, though, that I need to just kind of stick with my regular counters. I feel like I just have a better shot at getting that off. Alright, looks like we're not going to get it down this time. If we can at least get it to 25%, that'd be great. Alright, looks like we did get it there, actually.
Success.
Alright, so based on what we know, since things don't change very frequently, rather they change on a daily basis, I guess we're not going to be seeing any other bosses inside of there until tomorrow then. So this is going to be something that's just going to be ongoing, I guess, in terms of figuring out what bosses there are inside Leciel. Let's see here. There was also the ARC's record that's going on at Halfield Lake, so I guess we can give that a shot here. Yeah, this has started. Okay. Fairly straightforward so far. I think this is the same one we've had for a while now, actually. So nothing too surprising.
Success!
There we go. I'll take that run. Alright, and what else? So we looked at Chapter 6, Part 2, we looked at the Leciel Exploration.
Right now in Retem City.
That's right. The other thing, and this is going to be kind of random if we get it or not, we'll head into Ordinal Tower, because apparently there is also some new weapon camos that are dropping inside of certain Trania now. We'll just make a quick run through here. This shouldn't take it long at all. especially considering the level difference. Okay, that's the first one. And on to the third one. Alright, let's see if we got anything here. No camos. So I guess they might be coming in with a low drop rate, potentially. But that is yet another feature that was added with this update here. Let's see. Why don't we take a moment and just check the options here. So there was the option to display characters at the highest resolution. Yeah, there we go. That increases processing load. Okay. And then, let's see. There's also the new backdrops. So, if we go Ark's ID... Yeah, here we go. So, you've got your default backdrops, and then you can put different colors on it as well as different designs. So here we have the fancy Rappy. And then you can also do it to different regions, it looks like. And I guess to different NPCs as well. You know what? Let me go with the smoky blue. And then vital gauge design. Yeah, this was also new. And it's designed specifically for, I believe it's other players in your party. So you'll see different backdrops now behind what they've behind what their stats are. Alright, let's go to Central City real quick. And let's go into the salon real quick here. So we should now be able to see different numbers associated with our body. The question is, where are they? Maybe it was the head. Yeah, this isn't displaying numbers, so I'm not quite sure where that is. Maybe it's in the options. I need to enable it first. Yeah, I don't really see the option here. Alright, let's pick up the Alliance task here. I know I've got them stacking up, so I'm not able to pick up too many this week.
Try not to die.
Oh, and Ciandi is still here, so if you have any seasonal points to exchange, now's the time to do it. I guess I'll just grab these here.
As you wish. Looking forward to seeing you again.
Just so I can use them as fodder. Anything sell? Skull's Prim Sword 2. All right, so that's it for Nadara's concert. So we'll be getting the concert buff in just a moment here. And I figure what we'll do to kind of finish things up here today is to see what the urgent quests are going to be and just pick one of them.
The concert is complete. Thank you for joining.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else in here. Let's see. Just looking through some of the bugs that have been noticed here. There's a bug in some quests where the DPS display remains after the quest abandonment or retrial. There's a bug where in some events, characters and backdrops are not displayed correctly when skipping a playback. There's a bug wherein the Arcs Chronicle main story, some text is not displayed correctly when playing the first Contact story quest. There's a bug with the Diablo accessories currently, where the thumbnails are not displayed correctly. There's a bug where some of the graphics are not displayed correctly for the Setwear Shrine Maiden, Haori. And then there's a bug in NGS blocks where motion changes are not displayed correctly under certain conditions for the penguin dashes. And then in Leciel Exploration, when the quest is accepted without ever opening the quest counter, information including the suppression target enemy is not displayed. A workaround for this bug is to open the quest counter before the quest begins. And they request players use that workaround until the bug is fixed. Looks like there were also a bunch of bugs fixed, including a bug with the Hunter class skill, Hunter Physique Extra Shield, where the effect was not applied for some launcher photon arts. And there was also a bug where enemies sometimes could not move correctly when reduced character and enemy draw refresh rate was enabled. Interesting.
This is an emergency transmission. We have confirmed signs of renewed Dark Falls activity. We are preparing an interception operation. Please prepare to deploy.
Alright, so what do we got? Remnants of Ambition, Niels Vera, Mining Rig Bertem, and then Battle of Halfie Lake. I'm thinking let's go for Remnants of Ambition. So that'll be coming up in 15 minutes, so while we wait for that...
This is an emergency transmission. We have confirmed signs of renewed Dark Falls activity. We are preparing an interception operation.
Let's make one more run at Leciel Exploration. Also, okay, so it's nice to see, I guess they kind of got the idea from the grid formations that they had down here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow to see what other bosses come up. I guess if anything for me then, maybe going for number 3 then might be a good idea. Just because that status effect does get pretty annoying. For this, we need to defeat all enemies. Also, it looks like the one thing that's not set each time is the room where the trial takes place can change between runs. So that's interesting. Unless I'm just misremembering and it isn't changing. Okay, now we got this group up here. Alright, just 2 more Sanfuan here. There we go. Okay, we got the reduction.
Trial start.
There is a one over here. Let's see if we can figure out this puzzle here. Maybe go big to small? Okay. Alright, so then I guess if one puzzle isn't working, you go for the other puzzle then. That one's defeat the enemies. This Press 1's defeat enemies. Oh, and I'm trapped in here. Alright.
Success.
I'll be interested in getting some solo time in here to see if there's anything else we can glean from the in terms of lore. Alright, time is up.
Trial start.
Alright, I don't think we're gonna get it down, but if we can at least get it to 75% down, that'll be good. Wow, we got a bunch of bad players in here. Really, there's no... Okay. Alright, so there is an auto-revive, but it's at... You gotta wait 30 seconds on it. And with 15 seconds left... Okay, we did get it to 75%. Okay, we got lucky on the attack pattern there.
Success.
If they had gone for a different attack, we might have lost all the LP. Oh, I just realized we're also getting Genesis points in here. All right, so since we're gonna be going up against the Zepheto bot, let me go ahead and hit up the mag. Alright, and let me also grab today's Snulls as well. Is it me, or is something constantly resetting my camera? Down to the lowest point. Alright. And we are less than 2 minutes away. But yeah, everybody's gonna be running Leciel for a while, that's for certain. Going for the Octo Armor as well as the new 9-star weapon. Now the potential on that is pretty interesting in that it basically makes it so that it has no damage variance. Hello, I appear to be stuck. Alright. It makes it so that there's no damage variance, but there's also a 25% reduction in attack potency.
Attention Ark's defenders! We are beginning a counter-offensive against the powerful enemies in Leciel. We request the participation of all Ark's defenders.
But for me, given that I still have only an 8-star weapon at this point, it'll still be a better weapon for me to have because it'll have around an extra 100 base attack power, more than what I've got currently. Alright, 5 seconds and then we go.
Let's begin.
Trial start.
I want to see what you've got. Take this. I expected more. Dodge this. Depositing. Take this.
Looks like we're gonna get him into a break pretty quick here. So quick, in fact, I don't think I'm gonna have my photon blast. What do you mean, you figured it out? You were able to, dump your Genesis points in? Or something else? Episode 1, Chapter 10, you're talking of, Phantasy Star Portable 2? Was that the one with what's-his-name trying to, Okay, what gave you that thought? That PSU happens after PSO2. I'm gonna have to play through that myself, because I don't recall anything like that. But it has been, what, a good 10 years since I've gone through that at this point. I don't remember that name at all. But I'm not quite sure I even remember Maghala being a name that came up in PSO2. So I'm actually kind of lost here. Right, but what was Mag Hollow? I don't remember.
How about this? Darkness. Like this on the side. I expected more. Here goes. Depositing. Darkness. I expected more. Striking. Did you know you could do this? Pulling freedom like this. I expected more. Striking. Here goes. How about this? I expected more.
Success!
Data. Satisfactory.
I think that's something we'll have to discuss after, because I'm just not getting it, because... I mean, I get what you're talking about when they merged, but at the same time, that was also part of Luther's plan. Right, okay, but the space that the scientists merged with Xion, that was just them going into Xion's or are you talking about Jim, it's just the story chapter, along with the mini episodes. Are you referencing, then, when it comes to, Maghara Maghala, the, Omega? Is that what you're trying to reference? The, Omega and the Akashic Record? Or are you trying to reference a connection in something else? Because I don't know if those two things are directly connected here. Okay. Okay, I see. And you're saying... Okay, and earlier you said that it was the remnants of a mothership. Okay, so I get what you're saying now. I think so. I guess I'd have to see more concrete evidence of that to say that for certain. Especially because we've also got the other thing that kind of goes against it, which is the thing. Where Emilia and Vivienne came to Oracle as part of that event, so it's something I'll have to look into. But okay, so that's pretty much it. We got through Chapter 6, Part 2, which was unfortunately a really, really short event here. For the story, it was pretty much all just contained in the mini episodes instead. Yeah, I don't get why they made this so short. Why they would even play it up, to be honest, as part of the update. This is that was a disappointment that it was so short. So yeah, but then we saw Leciel Exploration. Like I said, I'll be interested in seeing what other bosses come up tomorrow and further on, and yeah, I'll be working towards getting a new weapon as well as new units. And then we saw everything else that was here today. We got Alliance Spaces. The Retem area is available now, although I don't have the points to actually activate that at this point. And then, of course, we got Enhanced Affixes now, so it's no longer a one or nothing. You either get in or you don't deal anymore. Let's see, anything else? I think we pretty much covered everything here. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me today. Thank you for joining me today. This is PrinceBrightstar signing off. I'll catch you next time.